activism begins with ACT. The Russ Belville Show features the stories of hardworking grassroots activists working for an end to prohibition in today's activist agenda.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Half past. We've got one of the best activists on the East Coast on the line with us, Cara Crabb-Burnham from Massachusetts. How you doing, Cara?
Hi, Russ. How you doing?
It's good to talk to you. It's good to have you on the line, and I'm doing fabulous. I'm so excited about the next couple weeks. I got Seattle Cannabis Cup next weekend, and then I get to visit you guys out there in Boston.
Oh, I'm very excited to have you come up and visit. It's always so much fun for the Freedom Rally. I was just noticing you took my Twitter picture for the video.
I sure did. Do we have another one
to use? I've been meaning to change that one.
We'll pop that on right now here. See, I'm in control of the whole thing. I can just go with one click. Bam. You're gone.
You gotta get one of me, like, really speaking, you know? Like, up on the stage yelling at people. Those are my favorite.
I had a bunch of your candidates from the last gig we did, and they were all just smiling and happy. I could have grabbed one of those, too.
I absolutely adore being out at these events that we all get to go to when we have big nationwide events like the Freedom Rally or like Seattle Hemp Fest or like the NORML conference that I still haven't been to.
Yeah, let's tell people a little bit about your background in this, because you've been working with a lot of groups for a lot of time now. So let's just tell them all about it.
It seems longer than it actually has been, I feel like. I think I just packed a lot of stuff into a short amount of time. So I started with Students for Sensible Drug Policy at Emerson College here in Boston, right on the Common, actually, because I ran into Stasia Cosner at the Boston Freedom Rally. She was tabling. So that's how that started. And then about a year and a half into that, I was invited, it was suggested to me privately that, I should think about running for the board of directors from Massachusetts Cannabis Reform Coalition.
Right.
So now I've been with them for about 3 years. So I did SSDP like hardcore for like 2 years, and then I sort of like passed the reins to new people. So it's been fun.
So
and then NORML Women's Alliance came up, and so we founded a chapter here in New England, and we have representatives from a couple of different states. I'm really looking for someone from Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire to become invested and do events in their states.
Yes, we definitely want that. More of the New England states, and the more women we can get involved, the better. You mentioned the NORML Women's Alliance that you're involved with. Tell folks a little bit about how they can get involved with NORML Women's Alliance if they're interested.
Well, you can definitely get involved with the NORML Women's Alliance through norml.org/women. And you'll find pretty much all the connection information that you'll need. We have, we've formed our own 501c4, so now tax-deductible donations can go directly to the NORML Women's Alliance.
That's great.
And if you're in a position where you can't be active, I look at it this way. You can give two things to a nonprofit. You can give time or money. Some people have more of one than the other. I'll take whichever one you want to give up.
There we go. So help out any way you can. And up on our webcam, I've added a picture from Seattle Hemp Fest along with our friend Sharon Ravert, who's on the far left. We got you in the center. I don't know the names of all the other ladies involved, but we had a good time there in Seattle.
I could probably tell you. I believe Lisa's in that picture.
Right.
She's a local Seattleite. And then Laura Notini from Empire State NORML's in the pink dress. And in the red skirt is Jen Correa. And she is a photographer and media volunteer for Massachusetts. So she does a lot of work for a variety of events. She'll be filming and doing photography at the rally this year. Fantastic.
Now, you've been working at this rally for a while. What year is this for the Boston Freedom Rally? How many years have they done it?
24.
Okay, so the 24th year that we're going into this at the Boston Common, and there's been a lot of changes over the past 5 years in Massachusetts with you guys getting medical marijuana and then decriminalization. How has that changed the Freedom Rally?
Well, we're going 2 years for the first time ever, which is pretty huge.
2 days.
We've only ever been Saturday, and this is the first year we'll be going Saturday and Sunday. So that's a huge difference. Sponsorships. Sponsorships are very different.
Yeah.
Who and how and what different pieces of the industry can give at any given time is fascinating to see. So, you've got the private donors that just give you a bunch of money and they're like, hey, we love what you do. then you have, the big donors who, want their name all over the stage and they want to buy name rights. And so that's definitely growing. And the nice thing about that is, as a nonprofit, we're going to hopefully be the key organization working to fully legalize marijuana in 2016. So right now, all of our funds, every extra dime and penny we have, it goes straight to the idea that we are going to use it only and then forevermore for legalization in 2016. So it's going to be probably another two years of doing our best to raise like $2 million.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't realize sometimes how much money this takes to put these events on. You have to have insurance and you got to have cleanup and, porta potties.
The Boston Marathon, Boston Marathon, everyone's insurance went up on all their events. So that's something we've been dealing with. They quadrupled it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For going 2 days, they actually ended up quadrupling it. So that's fun. And then, but these are going to happen with all the events. They're going to happen with like the music events, the beer events, anything in the city. Yeah. This is the first time ever in Boston that before the Common opens for guests, we will have a bomb sweep. Never had that before.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering how that marathon bombing might affect the security and might affect the, the priorities that are involved there. So people that are coming, not only should they know the hours, but are there any protocols they need to know as far as bringing bags or backpacks or anything?
Oh, yeah. Bring what you need for yourself. That's what you need. You need what you need for yourself, and that's what you should have on you. You're certainly not going to attempt to smoke more than an ounce in one day. I mean, you could. I've seen people try. I've seen people succeed. It's just a little bit much to be out in the park. Right. Don't blow smoke in a cop's face. It's rude. I'd smack you around if you did it to me too.
So is there going to be like a security line people are going through to have their bags checked and so forth?
No. Bags are not going to be checked.
Okay.
No. They're just doing a sweep. They're going to have the bomb dogs come in. They're going to sniff everything. People's bags are not going to be searched.
Okay. And what are the hours?
And if they are, we're going to have some stage time.
Yes.
Especially for me to start some hollering.
Well, what are the hours on Saturday and Sunday? And this is the 14th and 15th. It's not this weekend, but next weekend. What are the hours for people to know?
We are starting at noon on Saturday, and we're going till 8 p.m. So we're going to have some nighttime show. We'll have some cool lights up. And then we go from noon till 6 on Sunday.
Okay, noon to 8 Saturday,
and
noon to 6
we are taking
Sunday.
volunteers. Volunteers, please, if you're in the area and you're coming, it's super fun. You get to know all the cool people. You get invited to the VIP after party.
Yeah.
You get invited to a special other party.
Oh.
You get a T-shirt. You get food. We're feeding you. First time ever, we're feeding all of our volunteers. Crazy. We're totally catching up to Seattle, even though we're 2 years older.
So is this, people can go to masscann.org if they want to volunteer?
Soon. That will be able to happen. But if you are in Boston, you come onto the Common, just come over to the ops table. It'll be at the flagpole. There's only one huge flagpole on the Boston Common. So, near the baseball field, just come up and find ops and I'll sign you right up. You're doing something fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun. All right. So, Cara, I want to talk to you a little bit about policy real quick here, because today the National Survey on Drug Use and Health came out. And I noticed that among teenagers, people aged 12 to 17, pot use went down among every group except females. Females aged 12 to 17, pot use went up a little bit. And, I see, Rihanna and Lady Gaga and a bunch of these other pop stars that are kind of embracing marijuana. Do you think that there's a rise now in women becoming interested in marijuana, especially younger women?
I think there's going to be a rise in less fear of stigmatization.
Mm-hmm.
Stigmatization. There's going to be less of that. So they're going to end up, feeling a little bit more comfortable trying it. And honestly, not that kids should be smoking, but I remember puberty, and it can be painful at times.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so I can't fault them if it's Queen Elizabeth use.
I get your point. Queen Elizabeth use,
I can't fault
understood.
them.
And the other thing that I always point to in these situations is they act as if marijuana use going up in and of itself is a bad thing, when we don't know how many of those people are choosing marijuana now instead of binge drinking or instead of some other harder drug use.
Well, I certainly hope quite a few of them.
Yeah, we hope so too. So, as you've been working in Boston now, you mentioned that you're pushing for a 2016 marijuana legalization. How do things look poll-wise, and do you think this is something that's going to really, pass easily?
I think it's the stupidest thing in the world that we didn't do it in 2012.
Really?
Yes, it's the stupidest thing in the world. We have 12 years of consecutive public policy questions that have been run by Cann or DPSMA or MPAA, a variety of other organizations in Massachusetts, and they have all passed over 50% every time. 12 years. 12 years.
Yeah. So
I am not worried. I'm impatient.
I am too. I understand, and I often wonder, when we look at the last 9 states that have passed medical marijuana, Massachusetts included among them, they don't allow patients to grow their marijuana at home. And in Arizona, they had this halo rule, and in Massachusetts, you've got a hardship rule. And my interpretation is that those things were added to try to get them, more votes. But God, in Massachusetts, you guys passed 63%, something like that in Massachusetts. Yeah. So 63.4 or something. Yeah. So
crazy.
What do you think? Do you think this hardship exemption for home growing was necessary to pass that, and has it affected a lot of patients yet?
I don't believe it's affected that many patients as of yet. I do believe that patients who have some maybe history of growing or, have always wanted to try it, I don't think they're going to find a terrible amount of fear in these patients to just set themselves up in their basement quietly. I don't think that a lot of Massachusetts residents are afraid of somebody coming into their house and finding their stash.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, you can be on the Boston Common any day of the year. And if it's 4:20 in the afternoon, the ranger comes around at 4:15, watches everybody pack their bowls and roll their joints. The ranger goes away until 4:30, and everybody on the Common will smoke pot together.
Really?
Every day.
This is every day?
Every day. This is not 4:20. 4:20 it's bigger. 4:20 we end up with a couple thousand people. But at 4:20, any day that's sunny out, even some days when it's raining or snowing, you'll find people up there.
Wow. So it seems to me like 2016 legalization in Massachusetts ought to be something that passes by a wide margin.
I would believe so.
All right.
I expect as such.
I do too. Well, I hope everybody gets involved with Cann NORML and the NORML Women's Alliance. And if you want to volunteer for Boston Freedom Rally, it's in next weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend, September 14th and 15th, noon to 8 on Saturday, noon to 6 on Sunday. And Cara, I know you'll be there. There's going to be a lot of nonprofit booths there. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh my God, all of our sponsors are so wonderful. Where to start? The Hempist is wonderful. Our contract vendor, who did all of our vendor contracting, Tom and Lee Ferguson, they're fantastic. They have just been rocking the socks off of everything. Our stage guys, all of our music, our bands, Battle for the Rally, especially to Chris Foy, fellow director. He was in Seattle as well. He's just been doing an amazing job with the music committee. Jeff Morris been fantastic scheduling speakers and being the sole contact for all of that, which is just massive. And special shout out to Seattle Hemp Fest for all the guidance they've shown us, because their event is so much bigger. They're wonderful. They're a great help if you run an organization or a rally or festival. Go volunteer at Seattle Hemp Fest, and you will learn so much about doing anything.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's
everybody
so true.
Everybody who comes.
Well, Cara, thank you so much for joining us here on the Russ Belville Show. We'll have you back on again very soon, and I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks for having me on, Russ. Bye.
You're welcome. And we're going to leave with Cara's picture there from her Twitter account. You can follow her at Cara_CB, one of the leading activists in the Northeast.
It's simply business. It's simply business. It's simply business, you know why they won't let us grow. It's simply business.
We'll be right back after these messages from our 420 friendly sponsors. Support these advertisers because their ad money goes straight to the Russ Belville Show. You're tuned into the Russ Belville Show. the voice of the marijuana nation.
It's simply business. It's simply business. It's simply business. You know why they won't let us grow. It's simply business.